Welcome one and all to round number 3 of the RLH C3 Championship here on F1 2020. And we're here at the Hungaroring. Of course, missing the last race in Spain. So we've got a bit of work to do to catch up in terms of the championship. We're going out in qualifying and looking to set our time on the soft compound tyres. And hoping for another good result today. We're on our fastest lap at the moment. Currently down to P12 after not really getting any good running in. Coming around the final corner, massive gains so far through this lap and run towards the line, opening DRS, run out of DRS deployment, and we go P2 with a 1 minute 14.202, and that is exactly where we finish the session. 3/10 shy of Zatomic there as he didn't rotate one of the Alphas while in AI mode, but P2 nonetheless very, very happy indeed. But Zatomic looks very, very strong in the Alfa Romeo.
Welcome back to Budapest and the Hungaroring. Infamous for its tight, narrow corners that force the drivers to constantly be on top form. No doubt, we're in for a great race here today. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today.
And we've come to the end of the formation lap. Just behind Zatomic, the Mercedes 2-3 at the moment. Hopefully we can finish the race just like as we line up a good spot. The lights are here now. We have 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the third race in the season. It's been an okay start. The third behind bogged down a bit and he's getting swallowed up by the pack, but we are still managing to hold on to P2. Zatomic keeping to the racing line. And we're going to be on the inside. Can we do anything? The Ferrari behind. There's a little bit, even though McLaren is off. The McLaren is off and we get a good exit and is holding on to P2 at the moment. That's very, very important for our race. We dive down into turn number 2. We go very, very deep. And luckily, Bosman's not close enough to capitalise on that mistake from us now. Running those much heavier fuel loads at the moment, of course, being at the start of those. Up the hill now into turn number 4. Making sure we keep inside the track limits. It'll be very important towards the end of the race. We see, comes to the end of lap 9. It was a very much a stint of getting a head down. We ended up being P1, running the longest on the soft compound tyres. And that front left getting to 70% now. Wanted to go as long as we can so we didn't have to run as much on the hard compound tyre and give us sort of a bit of an advantage towards the end of the race. Coming to the pit lane though, onto the hard tyres and be racing on the exit. Quite a lot of guys started the race on medium tyres. A lot of guys came in to mediums, committing to a 2-stop. We're trying the 1-stop here. Andrew Ivan gets past us and running down now towards turn 1. Florian, person we were racing with at the in the first couple of laps. We're racing with him now straight out of the pit lane. He's on the inside, running the outside now. As we run down towards turn number 2, we're going to try and hang it around the outside. Of course, then switches to the inside. I think he's got a bit of front wing damage. We could compromise him. We switch it to the inside and we keep the head of the Ferrari driver straight out the pit lane. He doesn't have any front wing damage. We're climbing up the hill now. We get the position sealed off and we can now utilise this middle sector to try and build a bit of a gap on our fresh hard compound tyres. Lap 10. We've got Florian behind us, but Andrew Ivan just in front of us. Up into overtake, up in a ridge, DRS wide open. And right on the back of the hash driver, we flick to the inside and get the position now, moving ourselves up into P5 and get slowed down before the corner. And Florian and Bosmos are having a right battle behind us at the moment as well. And on to the end of lap 13, right on the back of Riker, Bosmos less than half a second behind us. We can keep an eye on him. We flick behind. Now we can see he's literally right there. We're in overtake in bridge. DRS looking to go round the outside of the Renault driver, Riker. Currently medium tyres, I think he started the race on those tyres, so we want to try and get past him. We try and make some progress. DRS open. And again, he's got a fantastic exit. We do have to deploy overtake mode. And we're going to be on the inside this time around. We're on the outside with the Ferrari. On the inside, we run a little bit wide, but that actually helps us a bit. And he actually ducks out of it. And we can then take the corner and get another position. Move ourselves up in a P4. But on lap 14, Billy Misu retiring from the race. And the safety car is called out just as we pass the end of the pit lane. But coming in that following lap, and everybody seems to be coming in at the moment. All 3 drivers in front of us coming to pit, and this has benefited Madchip massively, absolutely massively. He was coming in probably this lap anyway, and onto the hard tyres. He is now effectively the race leader after starting quite a way back. But gutting for Zatomic, he's actually put on the intermediate tyres, absolutely dominant in this race and very much had the pace to get the win. You know, without a safety car, he would have been quite a way up the road. But unfortunately, having to pit and going to the back of the grid. So really unfortunate for him, but I'm sure he can make great progress towards the end of this race. We're right behind Madchip. He's on the hard tyres. We're on the mediums. We're the only medium runner in the top 5. but a fresh set of mediums should get us to the end now. That mediums tyres does seem to be the best time. Magic goes very early, catches off guard a little bit, and has got a fantastic restart. Coming to the final corner though, he does lose the rear a tiny bit, but manages to keep the car facing in the right direction, and we are not quite close enough to have a go down towards turn 1, and making sure we gain away from Barrichello as well, just behind. Got to make sure we don't want to lose any positions in this restart. Coming out of turn 2, so we're a little bit far behind Magic. We were pushing, we had the tyre advantage, and that really gave us a massive advantage in the middle sector. I think we're running a bit more of a high downforce setup because Magic was faster in sector 1, but we had the pace in sector 2 and sector 3 now to make our way through the middle part of that. Really pushing on lap 19 to try and keep with him, and as we come just towards turn 10, bit of a snap there. Managed to keep the car all together. It was a heart in mouth moment there. And coming to the end of lap 21, we've got DRS still, and there's been a little mistake for the car behind. Hash driver has left us. We're right on the back of Magic now, racing down towards turn 1. We've got DRS, we've got overtake. He's going to cover the inside, go defensive. We're going to try the long way round the outside. With him, fair enough, he's got the racing line. He shuts the door on us, and we have to back out of it. And we have to try again on the following lap now. Now we are on the following lap. End of lap 22. Getting the power on, up onto overtake, up into DRS, up into Rich Mix. And now we're chasing down the McLaren once more. It's a repeat of Silverstone, very much looking to the inside this time around. And we sent it down the inside a little bit later on the brakes. Got a bit more grip on those medium compound tyres, and we can now push on and set a bit of a gap between ourselves and him and try and hold on to this win. Coming towards on the end of lap 31, we've got 2.7 gap at the moment with Bosmas, our teammate, out of the race. Really gutting for the Mercedes team. Looks to be a really good point finish in a safety car.
The safety car has been deployed.
With 4 laps to go, we have a safety car called out with 4 laps to go, and this is going to shake everything up. You see the field on the mini-map, very, very spread out at the moment. And at this point, I'm not sure what to do. Do we come into pit lane, give up track position? Or do we stay out? I mean, we decided to stay out in the end. Tyres only being sort of 40%. And it turns out Madchip's staying out. However, we have Atomic and Alexandru, both of them, into the pit lane. And at this point, I'm a little bit worried. I'm thinking, you know, if they come out quite soon, they're going to be pushing on brand new soft tyres, and it's going to get very, very tricky in the last couple of laps. But looking at the mini-map, you can see loads of cars staying out. You've got a Renault, a Williams, a Haas. I think that's an Alfa Romeo as well. And see the 2 cars coming out the pit lane on the bottom left-hand side are going to lose out massively and come out behind all of them. So we have quite a lot of hard runners between ourselves and the guys on fresh soft. So that was really, really comforting, in all honesty. We see the Ferrari actually a lap later giving up those hard tyres and coming in for a brand new set of softs as well. So one of the hard runners was gone between us and the super fast soft guys. We come towards the end of the safety car period. You see the tyres are so cold, and I'm thinking all the hard runners behind me are going to have the exact same issue, probably even worse on the harder compound. And we're going to try and time this restart absolutely perfectly. Go mid-corner. I think Magic might struggle on those hard tyres to get them really sort of fired up and going. So as we get to the middle of the corner, we put the powers down, and we are off and away and putting up into overtake. Looking at Matchip on those cold tyres, has lost the car and he's out of the race. So it's really unfortunate for Matchip. Bit of a Silverstone almost-esque incident, and very much deserved to be on the podium here at Hungary, but really, really gutting for him. But now, that's actually helped us. We've now got a second gap between us and Riker, and the soft guys pushing all they could with 2 laps left to go. We are out in the clear, and a very, very strong win from us. A bit lucky, it must be said, but in the right place at the right time. Seems to be a bit of a theme at the moment, and we take P1 in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Very, very happy, very, very surprised as well. Some race pace was not particularly great, but just consistent, keeping it clean. Get a try at my new celebration about as well, which is good to see. A little selfie as well, but very, very happy with the podium. 2 wins this season in the C3. It's a very, very strong start to the season for us, and hopefully we can carry on that momentum to Zandvoort next week. And I do love Zandvoort. Zandvoort is a fantastic track for league racing, but also not getting a penalty today, which was very, very important as well, as that very much shaped up the pack further back, and it was very, very hard not to get penalties on this sort of track, and I did get 2 warnings there. But thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see everyone next time.